Right, today guys, tricky subject. I asked my community to tell me the most unpleasant fragrance they smelled on someone. So we're gonna have a list of the most hated fragrance in the community. A top 3 niche, top 3 designer for women, top 3 designer for men. Brands the most avoided. Let's go! Just a disclaimer before this video starts, this is absolutely done with a lot of good moods. I've put my pink top and my Repetto pink fragrance to balance the bad mood of this video, this subject. And just to let you know, I've got tons of fragrance that are usually finishing in the most hated list in any website. And it's fine. I don't care. I love them. I wear them. Fragrance is subjective. Don't be offended. Top 3 niche fragrance, most hated niche fragrance and most unpleasant you smelled on someone. Top 3 is Santal 33 by... Who is that? Le Labo. So professional. This is really something that I don't have in my heart. I don't really enjoy Le Labo fragrances personally. They're nice, huh? Don't get me wrong. That's why they are so popular at some point. But it's not my stuff. This lab kind of feel, it's a bit bland. I don't find it very appealing. I do love sandalwood, but I found sandalwood fragrance that are more smooth, more soft, that really enhance the sandalwood. For me, this is not my stuff. But it's really popular. People said in the comment that this is the top one most worn fragrance in New York. So it's very popular among celebrities, actually. American celebrities, that's what I saw. In France and UK, I don't see that much, to be honest. Number 2 is Serjoff Herba Pura. Fragrance smell extremely powerful and synthetic to me. However, it's like a fruity brand, a very fruity bomb, this fragrance. It's like you mix a bowl of fruit you're eating for breakfast, and this is the fragrance. I actually really like it. I smell the fragrance. I understand why people don't like it, especially because it can maybe like be a little bit offensive to someone else's nostril. So I think like if you do wear this fragrance, maybe tone it down, don't overspray. Overspraying is not a thing for all fragrances. Like I wouldn't mind having this fragrance in my collection. I like it. But yeah, it does smell a bit artificial. The top one is absolutely not surprising, is Baccarat Rouge 540. Pour Francis, the master perfumer! But he gave us one of the most popular fragrance of all time. This is the fragrance of a generation. We all smell that fragrance. It smells a lot like a bomb of saffron burnt sugar kind of smell, you know. Luxurious. And I think that's why people started to all wear it, and it's also have a huge projection. For me, I like the fragrance. I wouldn't recommend it because I smelled it everywhere. I don't see the point. And also every time I smell it, I'm a bit annoyed because if you're living in London, you know how it is. Everyone smells like this. No. But if you go to Harrods, yes, there's so many niche fragrances that you can try else than Baccarat Rouge. However, to be objective, I think it's a great fragrance. That's why it's been so popular. Last time I went to Primark with my boyfriend to buy some socks and stuff like this. Anyway, at least 2 times in Primark, I could smell the same kind of scent as Baccarat Rouge, but it was not Baccarat Rouge. Because Baccarat Rouge is actually really qualitative as a fragrance, you know. It was definitely dupe of Baccarat Rouge. And that is, for me, the problem is that this fragrance has been duped everywhere. So, and it's not flattering, like, I'm sorry. Oh, no, not for me. Top 3 designer for women, the most unpleasant that you ever smelled on someone. Number 3, Kenzo Django. I am shocked. I have seen that, and I did it by hand, so I have seen that quite often. What? Like, I love Kenzo Django. I think it's actually my favorite from Kenzo. Yeah, I think so. He holds the 90s vibe, you know, like where we were wearing some green flowers, like a full-on complex composition, very beast. That was the 90s, and it was like this, and then after they forbid some ingredients, so bye-bye, beast longevity. No, I'm exaggerating, but not a lot. My grandma was wearing this fragrance a lot. I always loved it, but it's true that if you don't like the smell, it's pretty special and it's very persistent. And my grandma was not overspraying and she was smelling from far away. Number 2 is light blue.
Dolce & Gabbana, light blue.
I have nothing bad to say against this fragrance. It's not
Dolce &
something I
Gabbana,
would recommend. It's
light
pretty
blue.
to me, but it's nothing more than pretty. And I don't find the tea with this fragrance. It's like a very fresh citrus, half woody fragrance. It smells a bit synthetic. It's not the most qualitative scent, but it smells clean. So I don't mind it. So that's the women's version, but you have the men's version that is pretty similar. It's just a bit more fresh and spicy. I prefer the masculine version, to be honest, than the ladies one. Number 1 is La Vie est Belle by Lancôme. Not surprised at all. This is actually, between me and you, this is the fragrance I hate the most. I remember when I was doing my studies, everyone was wearing it in the city. I could smell someone every day walking in the bus, smelling from the beginning of the bus to the end of the bus. I could smell you from very close. Floral, fruity, basic as super sugary, and it feels for me outdated. It's not modern, you know, and that's why sometimes I have problems with Lancôme, is that I feel sometimes the lack of modern feel. Not all of them, of course. I received a free bottle of La Vie est Belle when I was working for a perfumery store in France, and because I did good my work, so they sent me that bottle. I was like, amazing, this is how I get rewarded. I gave it to my mom, and like 1 or 2 years ago, I went to my parents' house. I went to the bathroom and she put the La Vie est Belle on top of the toilet. I was like, oh well, okay, my fault. I'm actually surprised I didn't see one of my favorite designers in this list, which is Libre. I didn't see a lot in the vote. I've seen a lot of Angel as well, as usual. I love Angel. Pre-designer men fragrance, the most hated one, the most unpleasant to smell of someone. Number 3, Polo Green, Ralph Lauren. Do you know what? I read somewhere that this is the scent of Prince Charles? Not Charles. Harry? No. William. That's strange. It's just like a woody, aromatic, kind of juniper smell, like foresty vibe. It's not too green, but you know, you have this pine thing in the background. It's a bit old-fashioned, to be honest, but for me, I don't mind it. From time to time, like a daily wear, like why not? You know, like something that you just throw like this. Again, I think those kind of scent you shouldn't overspray, but yeah. Number 2 is Old Spice. Old Spice for me smells old. I don't know where to classify that fragrance. For me, it's like a kind of a cheap smell that you're gonna spray maybe from time to time when you don't know what to spray. It's kind of iconic in its range. I just wouldn't recommend that. Yeah, that's so much better than Old Spice nowadays, but my fault. And number 1 is Sauvage from Dior. How surprising. Sauvage is, though, the most sold fragrance at the moment for men. Can you believe that? Can you actually believe that? And he actually increased of popularity after Johnny Depp's trial. It's not a bad fragrance, absolutely not. I think it works that much because it's so appealing to mainstream and very popular, so I don't mind it. I do mind it when people overspray, and I'm not the only one. It's really me, when I smell it, I'm just like, oh. I do love more the Elixir. I think they did really a good job with the Elixir. That is more anise-like boozy, so I think it's better. My boyfriend Edwin actually absolutely hates it, but he has like a proper version for the fragrance. I'm actually quite surprised. We were going dinner or something, and he changed straight because someone was smelling Sauvage, and I was just like, it's like expensive shower gel smell, so whatever. Anyway, top brands that are to avoid according to the fragrance community. Many times actually you mentioned just a brand, and the few brands that were actually all the time coming back was YSL with Opium, Libre, Black Opium. Tom Ford was coming a lot with, for example, Black Orchid, Noir de Noir. I was surprised to see Noir de Noir. I adore Noir de Noir. It's a great truffle gourmand, no? Smell few times on a man that I really didn't like was Oud Wood. It depends. Once I smell it on someone and it was smelling very good. I'm very confused. Maybe they lied to me. But once I smell it on a man that I was working with, and he sprayed woodwood, and he had a very bad body odor. I let you imagine the wood animalic smell with the animalic body odor. I was just like, oh, one of the worst things I've ever smelled. I'm not joking. Yeah, wearing fragrance doesn't avoid you to take a shower, please. And top one brand that was coming back all the time was Montal. I've seen a lot of Arabian Tonka, and it's not my stuff. It's not my kind of fragrance. After there's some stuff that I could say are genuinely nice. A lot of you replied to this poll with general ideas. For example, body odors plus perfume. This is the worst thing that you could do. And then a lot of people said overspraying is not a good idea. Yeah, I do agree. I love to overspray. I think there's pick your battles. Pick your battles would be it. Like some fragrance wouldn't be great to overspray. Montal fragrance. You don't need to overspray all the time. We live in society, we need to do effort. And people saying too much patchouli, too much oud is not really a good idea. Agree, these are very strong ingredients, very animalic. Probably. It depends where. It depends where again. Like, it depends where you're going. And now we're gonna read some comments that I received on YouTube especially. Just to let you know, on these comments, I just liked them, give them a little heart, but I didn't reply. I usually never do that. I always spend some time to reply to you when I can and when I have the time. So I'm really sorry. That was at work. One day, as I entered some colleague's office, I noticed a strong and overpowering lemongrass scent. I asked my colleagues if they had a mosquito problem without thinking. Turned out to be the perfume of a colleague. He was quite pissed at me after that. I'm crying. Yeah, I'm totally doing that to not destroy my makeup. Ralph Lauren Polo EDT. Ah, there you go, you see. The green bottle. It was my first boyfriend's signature perfume. Major breakup scent. I remember thinking that I prefer my father's Chanel aftershave. Oh! From age 9 to 14, I traveled by plane at least twice a year between France and Ivory Coast, and I got sick during the landing approach phase each time. I get you. I nearly had a plane crash last time, and this is the worst feeling of all time. At the time, in the 80s, lots of passengers would use Carven's vetiver wipes. Air France had distributed previously at that moment. Really? Where is that? Which led to me feeling even more nauseous. But that's so bad. So I hated vetiver for a long time after that. People, please, when traveling by plane, try to be conscientious and moderate with your fragrances, but most of all, because such as confined plane, blah, 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 do not reapply them when the landing process has started. If you do so, you take the risk of having to endure some sensitive person's smell. I understand so much, and I will never apply fragrance in a plane. When your new partner is wearing your ex signature scent. Oh dear. Yeah, I get it. Yes. Hello. Ah, mais pourquoi tu fais ça? What fragrance are you going to choose today, Edwin?
Oh no, don't put the pressure on me, please.
No pressure!
How can I choose from 1 million perfumes, you know? I want this vanilla one, which one you just received.
The vanilla I received. Oh, vanilla it is, yeah.
It's too strong.
No, it's really nice. And there's some mandarin, so it's good also. It's Electimus?
Maybe it's too strong.
No, just don't overspray. That's it, you only spray that.
No, I thought you were gonna show it or something.
Oh, but yeah, but then no vanilla it is, yeah. I talked about it in my latest video.
This is like a lightsaber.
There was this my mate. Oh wow, that's how you write mate. I didn't know it was a thing, mate. Oh wow, I'm gonna do that. There was this mate of mine that had a perfume that smelled like burnt toast and laundry. Burnt toast. I can't picture that. Friend received light blue as a gift from her boyfriend maybe 17 years ago and wore it all the time. That made me gag. I could not stand. It is smelled vile, artificial, chemical, sharp, all the things. Oh my god. I never told my friend. I let her enjoy the fragrance. That's really nice of you, very polite. I also strongly dislike Baccarat Rouge 540 and all its dupe. Unfortunately, I smell them quite a lot around town. Yes, same. They are just way too sweet, cloying, yuck. Angel, I remember smelling it on a crowded bus on a very hot day. The smell of sweat, bad hygiene and Angel mixing together made me nauseous. To this day, whenever I smell Angel, it brings back that memory and makes me want to gag. Ew, that's horrible. Black Orchid, whenever I smell it, it makes me think of decay and rotting stuff. What? Okay, this is all but still traumatic memories. Fahrenheit on men. Also when girls spray cans of flowers for women like there's no tomorrow. I died on repeat, I tell you. I died on repeat. Okay, this long comment, I want to read it. The first example that jumped out of my mind was Invictus, maybe extreme version. A friend I had in high school wore it, but my gosh, like, I still remember this. I was in a special high school for mental health fragile students. I was dealing with social phobia, school phobia, and depression, so I did my high school here. I'm way better now. Thank gosh, this is not easy to deal with. My brother and me were in a special class, early classes, not in high school, for people that are a bit apart. Like, it's, in France we call it in advance in your age. Like, we were not interested in stuff that usually kids are interested, which makes you a bit on the side. So I get what you said. Nothing compared to what you've been dealing through. But yeah, I understand. So this high school was paired also with a hospital for physical re-education. My friend was from the second place. He was older and was in a wheelchair most of the time and was recovering from a car accident. That's terrifying. He lacked of self-confidence, I think, even though he was saying all the time he loved himself so much. Usually the people that are telling that they're so confident are the less confident. By experience. We're not friends anymore, by the way. He has been a dumbass with another friend when they broke up anyway. Oh wow. To give him the self-confidence he lacked of, climax, he was spraying 18 sprays, 18, of Invictus Extreme on all of his body and head. I was just beginning my passion for perfumery. That's the thing that helped me dealing with my problem at the time, by the way, and it never left. I feel the same. Fragrance helped me a lot with depression, with my chronic depression and a lot of things like this, so I get it. And my nose was crying inside each time it was there. I could smell Invictus from miles away in the corridor. Oh my god. So people, everyone, and also disabled people, listen to me. You are all gorgeous, okay? Gorgeous. You don't need 80 sprays of Invictus to be super attractive, and not even attractive, but just cool. You don't need this. I can assure you, stay yourself. This is the most beautiful thing in the world. And if be yourself is spraying 18 sprays of Invictus, well then, okay, do it. But away from my nose. So moving story and also a bit of a life lesson. I have nothing else to say. And I'm part of the wheel, you know, like a lot of fragrance reviewers tell you if you wear that, you get the girls. If you wear that, you're gonna be super confident. No. Like, it helps as an accessory sometimes, but 90%, 98% of everything, it's dealing inside your head. It's inside your head. It's the behavior, it's the attitude, it's in your head. So, right guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a very fun video, even the subject is a bit tricky. Please don't take it personal again. Here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new, and it would be very supportive of you also to leave a little like when you finish watching the video and you like the content. If you don't like it, don't do it. But you don't. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I was just gonna say bye. Bye bye now.
Je t'emmène dans mon paradis bleu.